Hey guys, this is part two. Sorry for that fail. This internet connection problem. Hey, you know how that goes when you're doing something live. You just never know what to expect. But just to what I was saying before we were disconnected was just pretty much just embrace yourself. One of the things I intentionally came up here with wearing, I normally would have some makeup on, which I did this intentionally. I didn't want to really put too much on just because I do feel comfortable doing that. You know, I feel comfortable coming up here and just really revealing myself, my natural self. Yes, for you females are like, well, she did her eyebrows. No, not really. I did kind of fill them in a little bit, but I really didn't do too much to it because they were looking a little bit on the bushy side. So I would just kind of put a little bit of, kind of fix those or tame those a little bit, as we would say. And then a little lip gloss. But I did that intentionally because I think one of the things that's important as well that I just kind of want to touch bases on. A lot of people would say the whole thing with the makeup, they don't not taken seriously. I don't know, in society, one thing that I do notice that people tend to, and women in general, tend to really draw to, you know, other videos and stuff based on what someone is wearing or the makeup or whatever. I really didn't want to present that self as a distraction here today because I really wanted the word, you know, or what I was saying to really resonate with you guys. Now, in my future videos, I will be putting minimum makeup on. I will not be going all crazy with it, which I tend to not do anyhow. But I did this intentionally. Like I said, I really didn't want to go overboard or really do too much with makeup, but I just want to kind of keep it natural as possible for this video. But too, like I said, I would just encourage you to just embrace self. If you hadn't gotten anything out of this video, embrace yourself and just ask yourself certain questions when you go out, before you put on makeup on, before you put on your favorite outfit. Just ask yourself what are my intentions behind what I'm doing and what I'm putting on, and so forth. I think we need to have that talk with ourselves sometimes. It's like, am I really, am I trying to draw attention in that way? One of the other things I wanted to really mention is, or kind of ask the questions as far as, what does your significant other feel about the makeup thing? I know, like I mentioned, my husband doesn't really care about. Well, he really kind of, prefer me to not wear any makeup. He says natural is better. Have your significant other mentioned to you that whether he cared about, or have you even asked him what do they care about? How do they feel about makeup? Do they like it? Do they prefer you not? Because sometimes, my husband is very honest with me when it comes to certain things. And if he doesn't like something, he will let it be known. And I know, like, some husbands are not. They're kind of like, well, I'm going to pick and choose what I say. And let that be her thing. But I encourage you to ask your significant other, what do they think? Do they like you or prefer you natural, no makeup, or do they like you with some makeup? And just kind of get their views, because I feel like us as women, we tend to really think that they care about things like this, when in actuality they don't. They can care less. So I would just encourage you to ask, and if you already know, just kind of put it up here. Comment and say, well, he really says, he doesn't really like the whole makeup thing, that he prefers me to be natural, or whatever your takes on it, or just comment in general. Just what if you had anything to say about anything that I spoke upon, and the reasons why you feel that some women that I may not have included in the video, why you think they wear makeup. And we want to keep it positive, like I've mentioned before. If you visit my page and actually read the about portion, you will see that we're not here to degrade anyone or talk down about anyone. It's more so just to kind of have like a dialogue, and just to kind of see and just put these questions out there. Do you feel that people are not taken seriously sometimes because they're not dressed a certain way, or they don't have a full face of makeup? Do you feel that? I feel that, like my own personal thing, I feel like some females, certain females, shallow, how shallow it may seem, that they, they're into, if you don't look a certain way, you don't dress a certain way, and you don't, makeup, you're not into makeup thing, that they can care less of what you have to say, or don't want to be bothered with you, because you're not, quote unquote, up to their standards, or, where they feel you should be. What are your views on the whole makeup thing? Do you think less is actually more, in a sense, as is better? Do you think, I guess, as far as what you've seen, do you think is getting crazy as far as the makeup excessive, to where, you know, people are just doing too much, where they're like becoming different people? Like, one of the things my husband did to mention, like, you know, we were looking at, I think it was a Facebook video some time back where it was a woman, she was doing a video, YouTube video, and she had a before picture and after picture, and it was like crazy because the before picture looked nothing like the after picture. And of course, she had a full face of makeup on afterwards, but it was like, wow. A lot of guys would say that's being deceitful, in a sense that, okay, you find this woman or whatever, the guy's trying to talk to this lady, and you know, later on down the line when he sees her without makeup, it's like, okay, I was deceived. You don't look nothing like that, you know. So, do you think we're doing too much with the makeup? What are your views on the whole makeup situation? I know it's one of those topics that a lot of people would just kind of stray away from. But like I said, I'm going to try to bring topics and things that just can't really come to my mind, as far as, I think it's just, we don't really talk about, but it's just things that we just kind of think about, you know. And are you that type of female that's like, well, she ain't got no makeup, you know, we ain't got nothing in common, she ain't got makeup on and this and that, she don't wear makeup, she's nothing like me and this and that? Or do you tend to judge people based on who you talk to, based on how they look, their appearance wise? Are you that type of person? So like I said, I would just, like I said, just think about certain things and just post it, just to let us know. Let me know just what you think, your thoughts on it, and so forth. And one of the other things that I guess I just want to mention is, like I said, if you hadn't visited the Chatty Chik and Lipstik website or the Facebook page, I encourage you to come up there, because I'm going to be doing a lot of different things, talking about a lot of different topics, keeping it fun, fashionable, just some of the things that I just enjoy doing. And you kind of get a glimpse of who I am, for those who don't already know me. And also, we have a Feeding Ground Ministries, my husband and I. If you hadn't already, I think we've already sent out the invites. Tune into those. We're going to be talking about interesting topics, marriage, family, whatever God leads us to talk about. And I just, like I said, I just encourage you just to tune in and just kind of listen to it and have an open heart of some of the things that we're going to be discussing. But I'm going to go ahead and conclude it. You guys have a blessed evening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.